Hi guys, Kelly here, and today I want to share with you some of my recent reads. I have 4 books to share with you today, and all of them I really enjoyed. All of them are 4 stars and above, so I'm really excited to talk about some books I had a good time reading. So the first book is Binti by Nnedi Okorafor, and this is the first in a trilogy of novellas, and so this is really short, about 90 pages. And I was a little skeptical at first because I'm always a little skeptical going into novellas, especially ones that are part of a longer series, because I kind of think, well, if it's so small and there's like 3 of them, why aren't they just all together in one book instead of like splitting it up into just these short stories? But I actually felt like this one felt like a complete story all by itself. So even though I do want to continue on to the rest of the trilogy, I don't feel like I was just given one scene as part of a larger story. Like this felt like a complete story in and of itself, but that I'm like wanting to find out what else is happening in this world. And so I can't tell you too much about the plot since it is so short, but our main character, Binti, is the first of her people to be accepted into a university that is in space, and so she's leaving planet Earth. So most of this book is happening on a spaceship. And what I loved about this story was, even though it was so short, I really felt like we got to know Binti. Like I got to know her personality, the way her convictions about things, her values, and her connection to her culture. And I thought it was all really well done of how we got to learn about her. And I also just really liked a lot of the themes that were brought up by this book, which once again I can't really go into because I feel like anything in a 90-page book is a spoiler, but I just really enjoyed the way she went about everything that happened in this book. I thought there was plenty of stuff going on to keep it action-packed, but also a lot of like introspective things that made me think, and I really enjoyed it and want to continue. I also listened to this audiobook and I thought the narrator did a great job. I did like having the physical copy to go along because there was a lot of words, you know, that were specifically from Binti's culture that I was like, I have no idea what that word looks like. And so I couldn't picture it in my mind. So I liked having the book, and so every once in a while when I didn't really like catch onto what the word was that she was saying, I would look it up in the book, and I loved having both. So I think in the future when I listen to them, I'll probably get a physical copy from the library so I can follow along a little bit, and I really enjoyed it that way. But I do like the voice of the narrator. I think she did a great job narrating it. And then the next one is The Sign of 4 by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. So this is the second in the Sherlock Holmes mystery. This edition actually has both Study in Scarlet and Sign of the 4. And this one actually is called The Sign of the 4. I guess it's been publicized in both names, so sometimes they take off the second L, the. And I gave this one 4.5 stars. I really wanted to give it 5 stars because I thoroughly enjoyed myself with the story, but it did have some flaws that I have to like critically have to say, yeah, there were some things that I did not love about this story. So I took it down to 4.5 stars. But really, I enjoyed myself so much. I did this as a buddy read with my friend Charlie. She didn't like it quite as much as I did. But there's just something about Sherlock to me. I just love his character and the way he approaches the mystery. And even though he's a bit, you know, into himself and all that, I still just really enjoy watching him unravel things. And I love his relationship with Watson, all that stuff, and all the things that happen in this. There was a lot of ways in which they were approaching the mystery. There was a lot of fun. And this is also short, as you can tell, since there's 2 books in this, so I don't want to give you much about it. It's just, you know, typical. Somebody comes to Sherlock with a mystery to solve. This time it's a woman named Mary, and so Sherlock goes about solving this like unsolvable mystery that the police have no idea what they're doing. And I just thought it was a fun ride. The things though that brought it down for me a little bit was the ending was very exposition heavy. It was kind of similar to an Agatha Christie novel where it was just like a big info dump at the end instead of any kind of like fun, suspenseful part about the ending. But I did really enjoy it, and I'm excited to move on to the next one in the series. And then the next 2 are part of the same series, so I'll kind of talk about them together. And that's Duel of Fire and King of Mist, book 1 and 2 of the Steel and Fire series by Jordan Rivet. Jordan Rivet is a self-published author, and you can get her books on Amazon, but she also has her audiobooks in some places. Like I actually listened to both these on audio, even though I had the physical copies, and they were both on Scribd and on my library app, so you can find the audiobooks. And I think they also have the Kindle versions are on Kindle Unlimited for free right now, so I think you can also do it there. It's a 5-book series. So after reading the first one, I was like, I really enjoy this, so I went ahead and bought all of the rest of the series. So I have all 5, but just finished the first 2 because I'm taking my time. So I ended up giving the first book 4 stars and the second book 5 stars. I thought these were really fun. So the basic plot line about this is it's about a girl named Dara who is a teenager, and her like main passion in life is dueling. So she has, you know, fences a lot and is in dueling competitions and everything like that, and she wants to get a sponsor or patron that will make it so she can do that professionally and do like expositions and all of matches like that to make money. And so that's her goal, and her parents want her to stay in the family business. So there's that kind of conflict between what she's passionate about and what her parents want her to do. And her coach, who is her dueling coach, asks her to help the prince learn how to duel better because he thinks that the prince is not taking his studies in fencing very, you know, seriously. So he wants Dara to teach the prince how to be a better duelist. And so they team up and become like partners. And so a lot of this book is about them working together on their dueling, and then a lot of stuff goes down. So I obviously don't want to give any spoilers because Jordan Rivet writes some really fascinating twists and turns and fun fighting and things. So the reason I gave this one only 4 stars was because the first half of the novel is very much world building and getting to know Dara and the prince and what's going on in that world and all that, and it kind of dragged for me. But once we got to the middle of the first book, it was like bam, 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 stuff started happening, and the ending of this was like so amazing that I had to pick up the second book right away. And because there was no need for all of that like setup, the second book became a 5 stars for me because it was like political intrigue and excitement happening throughout the entire book, and I loved it. I'm really excited to continue, but I'm taking a little break until next month just so I can like spread out the series a little bit longer. But this one also had an amazing ending. I just think Jordan Rivet does an amazing job of writing action scenes. Like she obviously has done dueling and fencing in her life. Like I think it even said in her biography that that is something she did in college. And you could tell because the fight scenes are just amazing. I've just never seen a sword fight on paper that really made me feel like I was watching like an action movie. It was amazing. I just thought she did a great job with the action scenes and just like the political intrigue and everything and the romance. It's great. I just loved it all. Like I said, I bought all the rest of the books in the series and I'm excited to continue. So if you want to support a self-published author, I would highly recommend her. So those are all my books. As you can tell, I've had a really good reading time lately and enjoyed it. If you've read any of these, I would love to talk to you down in the comments. Thanks, bye.